Hey everybody, Tim with Collect Jurassic. It's Jurassic June, of course, this month, and we're going to kick it off with something super exciting here on the YouTube channel with unboxing this amazing giant Camp Cretaceous box that I just got from Mattel. Huge thank you to Mattel for sending this over. Got some free goodies inside that I can't wait to take a look at. Again, this giant box just came to my doorstep. It's huge. Yeah, obviously, it has that Camp Cretaceous branding on it. Camp Cretaceous just had that season 3 come out last month. I loved it. Probably my favorite season next to season 1. There's some great stuff in there, including, a villain dino, which I think is going to tie pretty well into this video if I'm guessing what's inside. I mean, just looking at this box, you can already see we have all this broken glass everywhere around the logo. On the side here, we have the Dino Escape logo. For the new Mattel toy line that's coming out for the rest of this year in 2021, titled Dino Escape. You can find out all about those Dino Escape toys on collectjurassic.com. The back is just the same thing as the front, upside down, but this broken glass, of course, is totally reminiscent of the broken holding vessel for E750, the mystery dinosaur from season 2 of Camp Cretaceous. And that's the theming they chose to go with for this box. But enough about this outer shell. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's inside. There's some flaps here on the sides that you can undo. And it kind of opens up on one side. And then I think we can just pull the box out, maybe. This is... Open up this side, too. All right, so we got the box coming out here now. It's so big that it's hard to get out on camera, but I'm gonna do my best here to pull it out. This whole sleeve comes off. We'll go ahead and put that to the side. And what we're left here is another box with more artwork on it. I really dig this. It's like a rainy Isla Nublar scene. We have some like old oil barrels in the front, some sort of structure or lab. It's raining. There's the jungle. If we go around the whole side, it looks like there's the front entrance to the lab. And then the back is just some jungle print in the rain. You can see maybe Mount Sibo in the background, and then just more jungle on the side. So kind of like this sort of lab exterior thing going on. I love these little steps right here. It's super fun. Meant to be probably, the lab from the Camp Cretaceous show. But the whole thing kind of opens up. Look at this. This is so cool. It opens up. I kind of get like a dual lab scene. We got some doors, computer panels. Both sides are identical, but you can see some different scratch marks depending on how you're looking at this. So definitely been some dinosaurs coming through here. And if we open up these tabs, there's little pull tabs here. There's 2 of them. If we open those up, what's inside? Wow. So looks like we got the new Scorpios Rex figure from Mattel. We also have Yaz in blue here to take a look at. Very exciting stuff. But look at this box. I mean, everybody, this is just the coolest thing I've ever seen. Probably to grace my collection room. It's like a little diorama. There's like a whole lab scene over here. I don't know if you can see this, but there's literally like a 3D cabinet over here. Like a little filing system. Got all this broken glass over here. And then you got Scorpios Rex. The vial behind it, you can see the vessel. When I take the figure out, we can take a closer look, but it's shattered behind him or her. And then on both sides of these doors that flag out, we have like, looks like we have a hatchery scene with the arm and the eggs. I mean, how cool is that? That's literally like just like Jurassic Park, with those arms that mine the eggs. On this side, it's just kind of more lab. There's some security screens and another broken window. The artwork is awesome, though. Lots of texture, lots of grittiness, but the this main lab scene is like incredible. I honestly wish I had room on my shelf to display this, because it is something. It is just something amazing. I've never seen anything like this. Even, you know, Mattel has sent out these boxes here and there, and they've done some kind of three-dimensional scenes like this before, but nothing that kind of tied so well into, you know, a property like the show. I love the scale. It's all just awesome. But let's go ahead and look at these toys, right? I mean, that's what we're here for, is to look at the actual toys. And these three are all new. Even blue over here, I can already tell is different than the blue figure we have. I didn't know that this was going to be inside. Otherwise, I would have. I'm looking at my shelf now, seeing if there's another blue figure I can grab. There is. So we got Attack Pack Blue here. At first glance, you might be like, oh, we already have this blue. But really, this one's unique. Because it's got some new paint applications on it. If you can tell, there's a white outline that goes around the blue stripe. That's new. There's kind of like a tan belly as well, so that's definitely new. Of course, you have the yellow eyes and the teeth. Nothing new there. That's what blue just looks like. But if you take it next to a existing blue figure, which I can reach over and pluck one off the shelf here real quick for us to look at, maybe without knocking any other toys over. I did it. This is actually a blue that came with the Ceratosaurus set, which is somewhat similar to every other Attack Pack Blue. We won't get into the specifics of the leg sculpting here in this video, but you can see that it just has a dull blue stripe. There's no white outline. The whole figure is gray. There's no light belly, but this new version has that extra detail on it, with the belly being a different color. Also has the extra detail with that stripe having some white on it, whereas this one's just a regular blue stripe. So a slight upgrade for blue for sure with this figure, just a little bit more in line with the movie and show design. The toe claws are also painted, which the other version did not have painted toe claws, so pretty cool. This version of blue I know is coming out with Yaz, which we'll get to shortly, and the Camper 2-pack. Also is coming out with the Target exclusive Raptor 4-pack. I think you get this version of blue as well. So new version of blue. They kind of have her Velcroed in here, so I can always Velcro her back later for display. Then we also have Yaz, which is our second new human figure from Camp Cretaceous. I can grab why am I blanking on his name right now? The other Camp Cretaceous figure we have besides Yaz, but this is our first female, which is pretty cool. And it's actually very faithfully done for the show as well. Like I'd say her hair is a little light brown. I feel like it's darker in the show, but that's getting super nitpicky because likeness wise in the face, it really does look just like her. It's got her tracksuit, you know, her running shoes from the show. So a really nice representation of Yazmina here, and kind of short stature too. She's not tall like some of the adult human figures. She's still got those sort of kid proportions. So I mean, that's pretty cool. She's got all that articulation too. She can do all kinds of stuff with her legs. Her waist is also articulated, so you can do some cool poses there. Obviously, the head is on a ball joint, so you can do all kinds of stuff with these figures. Articulation wise, even at this 3.75 inch scale, you can really do a lot of stuff. So nice to get another camper in Yazmina. I love that. But let's be honest, the star of the show here is the Scorpios Rex, which I'm very excited about. I mean, we literally just got official images of this toy not too long ago, maybe a couple weeks ago, and here it is already in hand. Can't wait to check it out. It's got a couple of Velcro strips on it that I'm going to carefully take off. And then here it is. Wow, this thing is big. Oh my gosh, I did not realize it was going to be this large. I guess I kind of thought it was going to be Indoraptor size, but it's definitely significantly bigger than that. The first thing I really noticed is the finish has this really nice, not quite black, sort of a dark gray finish that's very glossy, which actually works out really well because if you watch the show, obviously the Scorpios is almost always in the rain. It always just kind of has this slicker reptilian look, so this finish on the plastic definitely helps with that. We also have some cool details like these sort of like, I don't know, they're like deformed scales almost. They're big circles, pebbly skin all around the neck and the legs. Those feet has those huge raptor claw feet. They're very big on this figure, but not too big. They definitely help it stand. I love that little back claw too. And then of course we have the tail with the all the spines on it, you know, where you know, it can sting its prey and, you know, probably kill him, like we almost saw in the show with Sammy. But let's take a look at some of the features here. I'm looking at the head. It looks like the head also has some articulation, which is really nice. The jaw looks like it's tied to an action feature, which we'll get to, but at least you can move the head all around. That's kind of fun. Kind of do some poses. Oh, looks like the arms are kind of tied to an action feature. They're not posable at all, even from the shoulder or the elbow. So those are all tied to the action feature. So we'll check that out. I think it's this button right here. Oh, no. That's kind of cool though. Look at all those teeth. I love how the teeth are all like gnarly and kind of, they interlock here really nicely, but when you open them up, you can see how they're all crooked and stuff. So it does that nice creepy roar. A couple different ones it goes to. The other button, there's one other button, and that does the so it does like a little, like almost like the grab and growl Indominus. It kind of just slashes. Kind of an interesting move though. It's almost like it's digging, right? I suppose you can get it to knock down some figures. I love its hands are nice and big and big old claws. The tail looks like it just does almost like a spring-loaded action. It's not tied to any action feature that I can see. It's literally just spring-loaded. There's no mechanism in it. So instead of being just posable, it's kind of like meant to like wham, knock over figures. You can see how big this thing is next to Yaz. Granted, she's not an adult figure. The Scorpios looks huge. One thing I noticed when I watched the show is the Scorpios tended to kind of change sizes. Sometimes it was small enough to fit into the kitchen and the visitor center, and other times it was like jumping and like on a Stegosaurus and looking massive. So they kind of did that old cinema trick where the monster just gets as big as it needs to be for the scene. But this toy kind of averages that out. It's definitely way bigger than the Scorpios Rex we saw in the kitchen scene in season 3, but it's as big as it is in some other parts of the show. It's got that awesome roaring noise. What's cool is like I can also kind of, I mean, in the show it did some really interesting poses, and with the head articulation you can do that. It's too bad about the arms though that you can't pose the arms down. Maybe I could if I push down really hard, but I certainly don't want to break this toy after I just opened it. But I gotta say, I'm really impressed. I mean, I saw the early images of Scorpios and was a little worried, but I'm really digging the face on it. It's got that beady red eye and those cool teeth that sort of interlock. I definitely love it. I'm going to get it next to the Endoraptor and see how it matches up against that and size and everything. But the Endoraptor is definitely a little more glossy looking, but I kind of like this somewhere in between finish of being not matte but not glossy too. Yeah, I mean, we got Blue here too. I don't remember a scene. I guess they didn't fight in the lab, but they fought in the visitor center. So that's kind of evoking, having Blue here with Yaz kind of evokes something like that. Is there anything in this box over here? It's kind of interesting that we have a box. I'm suddenly wondering if Yaz's accessories come in it or something, but maybe it just looks cool. It does just look cool, so maybe that's what it's for. I mean, yeah, I'm super impressed with this whole package. I mean, this box obviously is incredible. One of the most incredible things I've ever seen. Making this sweet diorama. I mean, come on, that's so cool. And of course, getting another human figure is always exciting. You know, we got a new Nedry not too long ago in the raincoat with the Nedry set, or with the Jeep set. We're getting Tim, but now we're getting Yazmina too. The human figures just keep coming. Nice updated version of Blue. I definitely appreciate that. but the Scorpios Rex is definitely cool. And for my money, I wasn't super excited about this toy just because it was so ugly in the show. But now that I have the toy in hand, I think this is going to be very popular once it hits shelves. I'm told the Scorpios Rex will be hitting shelves here in June. As far as Yaz and those Camper 2-packs, I know we have a Kenji one and a Darius one. Those will be hitting here probably in June as well. But Scorpios Rex, definitely in June. Specifically at Target, it'll be in June. So very excited about that. Again, I'm so grateful to Mattel for sending me this awesome box. It's so cool. I need to find a way to stick it on my already crowded toy shelf because there's just no better backdrop for these toys. They just did an excellent job on not just the toys, but obviously this whole artwork too. So I think that's all I got for today. Thanks for watching. Again, I'm Tim with Collect Jurassic, and I'll see you next time.